Okay.
In fact, I've accidentally picked up a number of clients that way.
Oh, that's great.
That's a great.
Yeah.
So building up your own personal brand by being a thought leader.
Yeah,
contributing
right,
to
exactly.
that
That's exactly what it is.
Right?
Yeah.
I also go and look at the updates people, my links are putting out there, and I try to make a point to comment back and encourage, because you want, it's hard to get in the habit of using social networking. So if you see somebody, especially somebody new, you want to encourage them, like what they've got going, or give them a little feedback, or share it onto your network. And it really builds and helps. And the last thing that I do, and this is a routine that I do every day, it's sort of inside of me, is I go out to 10, I make it 10 of my current connections that I haven't interacted with in a while, and just go out to them and say, how's it going? Can I help you do this? And just to stay connected and use what's out there.
Right.
So
that's a good idea, because I think our friend lists too, they grow and they fall off your news feed, and then they sort of fall in the back of your mind.
That's exactly right, Jill. It brings them back up. And
you need to go through those friends so you don't lose them.
Yeah, something I've learned on LinkedIn is that you can get recommended for work you've done from other people you work with. And before I thought, that's a little bit awkward to ask somebody, can you recommend me, things like that. But what I've learned is that all you have to do is say, who do I want to recommend me, and then go write them a recommendation on their LinkedIn profile.
There you go.
And when they read that, it says, return the favor, recommend him, automatically, LinkedIn. You don't even need to ask them.
Yeah.
So that's a little something I picked up.
That's a good tip.
Absolutely.
That's a good tip for getting those recommendations.
Well, and the
Just
other
go
thing
right
is,
around,
if you think about it, it's a perfect venue to share praise and connections like that. So I have no problem going up to somebody and say, hey, we just worked on this project, and I know you said this part of it was really good. Would you mind sharing that with people? Here's how you do it.
It's like a review on a website,
Yeah.
It's just another outlet to get that review out there.
Right.
That's great.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's talk a little bit more about the event marketing. After an event, how can you continue the conversation with social media? Does anyone have any thoughts on that? Say it's over at the Bill Engvall show is over. How can you kind of get more mileage out of that with social media?
One thing that I plan on doing is track the conversation through using Google Reader and things like that, different tools. So I'll go back over that, see if I skipped anything. But really, I think what I'm going to use it for most is feedback from people. I want to see who is tweeting maybe outside of the group that we had that I invited to come do this, and then maybe ask how they found out about this, see if they enjoyed it. Just I'm going to use it for feedback, I think, mostly.
So hopefully you'll find that some of the audience will be tweeting about it as well.
Yeah, or people that aren't even in the venue watching him live. I hope that some people can just join in and get something out of it too, and so that they can't see them, they can still kind of be a part of it and hear his jokes.
I've always found it interesting on Twitter or social media sites how there are certain people that kind of boil to the top. They're just more active. Why is that? Why do you think some people, is it just their personality? Do you think how you are in real life reflects how you act on social media, or have you seen any correlation there?
I think, in my opinion, I don't think it reflects on your personal life at all. Just because I use social media a lot for professional reasons. I don't like to go on there a lot and post what I'm doing or the things I like, and I don't like to share that kind of information. I think the correlation is the content that's posted and the quality of it. I think those are the people that boil to the top, because those are the people that are going to get the most engagement out of other people. They're going to get the most shares, the most retweets, the most likes, that type of thing. So that's, in my experience, I think that's the correlation, is the quality.
The quality of the content, for sure.
Yeah.
I think so too.
That's a big deal.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Jill, we haven't heard much about the university at Saginaw Valley State University. How does the university use social media for events or recruiting, things like that?
Well, for one example recently was sort of a flash mob that we did.
Maybe
for,
explain what that is for people that aren't familiar.
Well, you want to get a lot of people there real fast. So what we were trying to accomplish was a plane flying over the university's football field, and we wanted hundreds of faculty, staff, and students to come out. So we use social media to get some hype going about this.
Okay. So you send a tweet and hope that it spreads amongst all the students.
Yeah, get some talk going with some tweets. We have an I'm Boss Facebook page that a lot of students use to do anything from borrow some sugar to sell some books.
Okay.
Type thing.
Boss.
I'm Boss.
I'm Boss.
I'm Boss. Yeah, IMBOSS.
Interesting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So where did
right
that
now,
name come from? I'm Boss.
That name, you know, I'm really not sure where that came from.
Oh, that's fine.
So,
just interesting. Oh,
but yeah, it's that right now is sort of, I think SVSU is sort of right now and is really trying to grow its social media. We recently just hired a communication specialist to go get out and start getting all the awesome stories.
Oh yeah, no, he was
research.
great. I met him at that party.
Yeah, Alan Doré.
Yeah,
so you know, we're trying to get more social media stories out there. But
okay. Do you find that the students are fairly active with the social media on campus, and with Facebook, and do they connect with the university that way?
I think when they know about it, they are. I think that we need to do a better job of letting them know what we have out there. And I know that he's been talking about getting some interactive blogging sites out there that that are updated frequently. So you need to talk to them, frequently to get answers back. So.
You know, another interesting point when it ties to students and social networking, and you can probably comment on this too, but a lot of times I find students, college students and high school students, think of social networking as their way to communicate, and then when they graduate they need to take that knowledge and understanding and go, okay, now how can I apply this to the workplace, and how can I use social networking to help this business move forward, or this entrepreneurial venture move forward.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's great to use it for personal use and just to talk back and forth with your friends, because it gets you familiarized with the features of Twitter and Facebook and all these different outlets. So just having that base knowledge of how to use it and all of the different features that it has, that's great for students. And then once they get some work experience and once they really get their teeth into an organization, they can start to figure out how to use it for the organization and use that base knowledge.
Right.
Yeah, which is really a fabulous opportunity for the organizations too, because a lot of people aren't that familiar with it. So you have, you have the opportunity, and the students can help. And I think it gives students a sense of worth and hear what I can bring to the organization that maybe nobody else has, and that fresh perspective. So they're really bringing something of value that they don't have otherwise.
Yeah, definitely.
And something the students definitely bring that people older in the organization don't is this fearless attitude about social media. And when you ask somebody that didn't grow up using it, they'll think all day before they put one tweet, or they'll back out because they say, oh, what if people misinterpret what I'm saying and I get fired or something like that.
So I had a client that actually had, they would circulate, and for proofreading, it's like, oh no, this is never going to work. You got to have a little faith and just get it out there, because
one thing. Oh boy. One thing that I started doing when I began working for Midland Center for the Arts a couple months ago is putting special offers out there for our Facebook fans, and a lot of people were really hesitant to do that because they were like, well, what if this happens? What if these people get mad? What if this and this and this? And I'm like, we just got to try it. We just got to try it. Try it once.
That's exactly right.
And if it's bad, we won't do it again, I promise.
Oh, exactly.
But it's just about trying things like the tweet seeds. I mean, people are like, well, what is the point of that? Why are we doing this? And it's just like,
getting the word out.
It's getting the word out, but we just, it's a cool thing that we want to try.
And you might uncover something afterward that's valuable.
Yeah, if it's not valuable, forget about it. We won't do it again.
It's that easy to stop it too. So it's not like you have a huge investment, so to speak.
Right.
You can give it a whirl, and if it works, great, and if it doesn't, try something else.
It's all about trial and error.
Also, taking video of your events is something we haven't really touched on, but I just wanted to mention that
that's a great idea.
taking video of your events, and if you can edit it down to short clips to get that out there. So.
And I like using iMovie. There are templates in there, so you capture a bunch of clips and just open a template, and you can make a nice little trailer video for the event. That's always nice.
Yeah, using YouTube for that. So SVSU is doing a lot of that now too.
Okay, great. Well, we just have a couple minutes left, and I wanted to talk about the Digitized conference that's coming up.
Okay.
On September 20th, actually in Midland here at the H Hotel, is the Digitized Social Media Conference. Today we had a few guests that had a great discussion about event marketing using social media. At the conference, we will have several sessions and speakers from the professional arena that use social media for businesses, nonprofits, etc., coming right here to Midland on September 20th. We will have more information about that on the Social Media Club Facebook page, which is facebook.com/SMC Great Lakes, and also through our Twitter channel is @SMC Great Lakes if you're on Twitter. Kristen was one of the event organizers last year. We had the Ignite Social Media Conference. That was a great success here in Midland, and it was really kind of the birth of social media events in the area. I hadn't heard of others before that, so thanks for introducing that to the region, Kristen.
Keep up the good work.
Yeah, well, that's Mark's job now.
Right, so
he's doing great.
now, Kristen's part of the board of the Social Media Club, and we have other members that are organizing the event for us, so we're in really good hands. And we hope that those watching will be interested in coming and learning more about how you can use social media for your business or nonprofit. Now I'd like to close the program and thank each of our guests, Jill, Kristen, and Barb, for coming on the show today.
Thank you.
You can watch the program is on Tuesdays every week, digitized at 7 p.m. or 8 a.m. I'm Mark DeSchweinitz, president of the Social Media Club, Great Lakes Bay. Thank you for joining us, and we hope to see you next time.